Anyone who knows more than 2% about me knows that blue is my favorite color. Actually, my favorite colors are grey and blue, and in fact, I'm wearing a grey tee right now. But some would argue that grey is not exactly a color as it falls under the black and white category. Well, technically, just like any other color, grey is grey because it absorbs some frequencies of the light rays while reflecting some other. Grey rather does so more evenly than most of the other colors, making it more of a color. But let's not argue about grey. Especially there's blue, and blue is really dear to me as well. But what is this blue exactly? I mean, it is a color, but then again, what is a color? The dictionary defines color as the property possessed by an object of producing different sensations on the eye as a result of the way it reflects or emits light. And what is this light exactly? Well, light, or more exactly, visible light, is electromagnetic radiation within the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that can be perceived by the human eye. These usually falls between 400 and 700 nanometers of wavelength, which is a really tiny portion of a seemingly infinite range of electromagnetic spectrum, most of which is either infrared coming before that 400 nanometer range or ultraviolet coming after the 700 nanometer range. And even amongst that tiny visible spectrum, we have color blindness affecting more than 5% of humans. This also means that non-humans living beings sees the world differently than us. Like, they don't even see blue, most of them. Not just blue, other colors as well. In fact, our best friend dogs, for example, can't see color at all, most species. Some might be exceptions. Evolution traded it off for better detection of motion and superior sense of smell, among few other birds. It's always a trade-off. But being the selfish creatures we humans are, let's completely ignore them and focus on what we see and enjoy as blue. We associate blue with tranquility, which is why I love it. So we love the blue oceans, for example. Well, at least I do. But the oceans are not really blue. You know water is colorless, tasteless, and completely transparent. So why is the oceans blue? Well, technically they're reflecting the blue skies. So the sky is blue, I guess? Well, not always. It often gets covered by the clouds, it often gets covered by mist, and even when it's not getting covered by anything, it turns to red and yellow during sunsets and sunrises. So it seems we cannot trust the sky. Now, so let us look for stuff that are consistently blue, at least more than the chameleon sky. So 8 to 10%, somewhere between that, of the human population has blue eyes, and this claim would work much better if I had them too, but sad. But then again, people with blue eyes don't really have any blue pigmentation in neither the iris nor the ocular fluid, stuff that give eyes the color it has. It's really a result of the same Rayleigh scattering that makes the sky look blue. So remember them, the sky, it's not blue even when it's blue. It seems we got cheated again. It seems blue doesn't really exist. As a matter of fact, studies show that the first mention of blue in recorded human civilization history is in ancient Egyptian civilization. And most early civilizations, such as the Greeks, didn't even bother distinguishing the color from green or purple. I mean, well, why would they? Blue is not typically useful. Blue is really rare in nature, and even when it does exist, it is usually as an optical illusion. No wonder blue is always the last color to enter in a language. I mean, why would there be any fuss about something that's so rare, and even when it's rare, it's not even real? Just because I love a color doesn't mean it has to be important or even exist. Just because I love dog occasion doesn't mean it exists. It's fiction. For all we know, we could be simply living in a simulation at worst, or getting kicked by nature every single second. And what better can we expect from a body that's existing solely to sustain a nervous system, which is simply showing us dreams of whatever it can make out of the continuous bombardment of information is going through every millisecond. A nervous system that's not even capable of understanding what blue really is. In our system that's not even sure that the tea I am wearing is actually gray or some other form of blue. It can't compute. Maybe, maybe we'll need some few million more years of evolution to figure that out. Maybe we'll never figure out. Maybe someday technology will figure it out for us. Till then, I guess blue might not really exist. I guess we'll simply remain in the blue.